Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to our quantum psychic healings, clearings, readings, predictions, and many more things. I'm Jon Binnie, your spiritual psychic mentor in Scotland, and this is Viviane Heller. Woohoo! Viviane's here. Welcome.
Hi, John. Hi, everyone. Great to see you all.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming, everyone.
hmm
And I don't know about you. Since we last saw each other, there was a lot of Northern Lights activities, and I hear there was some Southern Lights as well happening. We had some really intense solar activity, and it's been so much. You know, some people just crave to see the Northern Lights, for example, all
hmm
their life. And I remember seeing someone posting on Facebook near where I live some beautiful photos, and it's like, oh, I can't be bothered. I was too tired, and I went upstairs and looked out the window of my office, which I never clean in 3 years. Well, that's not true. I think I've like opened it inwards and cleaned it maybe once or twice, but still, you get the idea. And
Yeah.
you could see the colors in the sky, and it's like, oh, isn't that lovely? And just like took one photo and walked off, and it's like, wow, I'm really taking this for granted now. Um, and yet, I then like had a word with myself. It's like, John, this might not happen like forever. So I went outside, just out the front door, and took some more photos. But it's really lighting up the sky. Did you see any, Viviane?
No, I didn't. I would love to see it. No, I didn't.
I'm sure it'll come. And it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely one of those things that maybe you've already seen it in your life. You just wouldn't know it until you kind of how to describe it. Sometimes it's not very visible with the naked eye, but is on camera. This time it was both. It looked really similar. And sometimes it feels a bit like, starlight when when you look at a star, sometimes you can't see it, and then you kind of look to the side and you can, and you're like, why can I see it now out of the corner of my eye, but not directly? Almost like your brain is like, oh, we don't need to worry about those frequencies of light or color. They're not interesting until you kind of divert your attention a bit. So sometimes it appears like that. But yeah, let us know in the comments, in the chat, if you guys have been experiencing both the Northern Lights, Southern Lights, the Aurora Borealis, and also the energy that comes with it. I definitely felt a roller coaster. Feel better today. I did have a long lunchtime nap. I don't know about you, how you've been feeling.
I felt tired last couple days. I feel better now, but yeah, I felt just not too bad over the weekend, but in the beginning of the week, I felt a little bit tired,
Mhm.
and a lot of my friends are telling me that they're having a hard time grounding,
Yeah, yeah.
keeping their energy grounded.
Yeah, I felt that even when I ground, in fact, after I felt like I was grounding for ages, and the weather wasn't very good after our last live stream. And
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, come on, that feeling you want. You're like, I want that feeling where I feel connected with the earth again. I'm stood out barefoot on my grass and just kind of waiting for this to happen. And and it just was really, really slow and gradual. So I just spent longer, and it did help. I do. I'll need to do it again after this, even though it's blowing a storm outside. It'll
Yeah,
definitely help me when I go inside.
we're supposed to get a lot of snow here on Sunday, where I'm at. So I'll run my errands today and tomorrow.
It's good to stock up. That's
hmm Yeah, I see a comment here. Jen Sue is saying, I have been feeling tired and having mood fluctuations and difficulty falling asleep and I mean staying asleep. Mm.
Yeah, I've definitely had. I mean, I always sleep really well, and so when I wake up, it's shocking to me. Like, why did I wake up? Surely I need every minute. Um, and I've had that a few times this week. I do what was coming through from my guides and my meditation messages is this roller coaster feeling of us rising up and down, and this is some of like the highest peaks we've been to. Uh,
Mhm.
I don't pay a lot of attention to the kind of traditional measures we have about solar activity and solar storms, and I know that they are somewhat related, but I still feel there's no true um like measure of how we're other than us, right? About how we're feeling, how we're responding individually to these ascension waves. And I do continue to experience in my own meditations and also client sessions these visions and predictions of rainbow colors in the sky. It's like this constant theme of the of our ascension is seeing lots of northern lights, and eventually during the day, which is exciting. We get to experience it all, right, on this journey.
Mhm.
Um, Harley was just saying, Harley J123 says, both running from Viviane's room to John's room, so it counts as exercising. Remember to like each. Yeah, like get your steps in or your finger movements in, and please do like and subscribe, share us with the world. It's lovely to be able to support you all in your journeys. And yes, hello to all you, everyone that's work lurking, chores lurking, maybe you're walking lurking, out walking your pets or out for a walk. Maybe you're in the gym listening to us. Keep up those reps, keep going. You can do it. um, Great. Well, let's go ahead and create a safe space. As a reminder, please do put all your requests in capitals. We'll be randomly picking from these. If you're asking for permission, if you're asking for something on behalf of someone else, including a pet, please do ask their permission and state that you have their permission in your request. And you're all doing an amazing job at continuing to respond fast when your requests are called. So I really appreciate that. It keeps us moving and avoids disappointment, right? So thank you. We'll go ahead and get started.
Mhm.
So let's begin with our safe space and take a deep breath in through the nose, nice and deep. Breathing out what no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any fear, shame, anxiety, or pain, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out any remaining low vibration energy or emotion that no longer serves you, nice and loud. Continue to breathe deeply and calmly as it feels right for you. And focus your attention now on the very center of your heart, where the golden light of your soul enters your human form. And from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light up through the top of your head, reaching up into the sky and up into the stars. Reach all the way up through the highest frequencies and dimensions of this universe until you reach the highest dimension of the source of love of this universe. And there, connecting your light cord into the highest dimension of source. Feeling into that oneness, unity, and unconditional love. Remain connected into source and extend your light cord down to the stars and sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now, this time, from the center of your heart, extend a cord of light down through the base of your spine and deep into the earth. Reach all the way down through the layers of the planet until you reach the very core of Mother Earth, and there connecting your light cord into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we send Mother Gaia so much love at this time. Allow her to send her love back. Remain connected to Gaia's heart and extend your light cord back up through the layers of the planet, up through the root of your spine and into your heart once more. And now, together with light of source above, Mother Gaia below, and your own light at the center of your heart, expand out that golden protective bubble from your heart to about 2 meters out to each side, above and below you, in front and behind. And set the intention that only energies and entities with your permission, your highest good love and compassion can see you access you, or exist within this space or within you, all other energies and entities must leave immediately into your safe space. Invite in your spirit guides, your higher self, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia. Ask for their guidance, clearing, healing, protection, and assistance with the integration of today's session. And now, through space and time, I create a golden protected bubble around all of us in our live streams and replays across Viviane and I's YouTube channels. And I set the intention for the session space. Own the energies and entities with Viviane and I's permission, and the highest good love and compassion of all can see us, access us, or exist in the session space or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. Inviting in for Viviane and I, our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metron, Source and Gaia, and any other being that Viviane invites in by name. And we ask for their assistance today to support us in supporting you with your requests for psychic readings, quantum energy clearings, healings, Akashic predictions, past life requests, requests to meet a spirit guide, to understand more about life decisions that are coming up for you, offer home clearing, pet healing, whatever it is that we can reasonably help you with today for your highest good. And with that, we'll get started.
Mhm. Thank you. Okay. Checking for some new requests that came through.
Welcome, everyone.
Mhm.
Hope you're having a good Thursday.
Mhm.
What a past year, 22nd of January.
Yes, I know.
Let's get my music ready as well for choosing. I think it's your turn to choose the first request.
Yes, it is. Okay, just added one more that came in.
Thank you. Do you think there's a future version of me that remembers everything? maybe, maybe I'm becoming that Jon.
Okay. Thank you all for posting your requests in caps. And remember that if you ask for a healing or clearing for a loved one or pet, that we'd like to know that you asked for their permission. Let me see. I think I have everybody. Yes. Already, I'm ready to select our first request. Make sure, right?
Recharge for you. Please say hello if your name is called.
Brandon. Brandon, Witty, please say hi in the chat. Believe you're still here.
Yep.
Oh,
So
great.
fast.
Thank you.
What an interesting question Brandon has. Good morning, Jon, Viviane, everyone. Question: am I in alignment for the universe to grant my wish/request? Fascinating. Well, we can certainly find out. Just asking Brandon's guides, ourselves to come forwards. Okay. I can share. So, Brandon, your guide was showing me some foundational principles, which are really, really helpful concepts. Perhaps I wish I'd known these 20 years ago. The first is that when when you make a request or a wish,
Mhm.
then the universe will reflect back to you the vibration of your request, or it's easier to imagine it as the emotion of the request. So, for example, if you're feeling, and this is just a generic example, right? It's not specific to you, Brandon, but if someone was feeling um, poor and they said, and so it's a feeling of fear and lack, and they said, "I want to be rich," then the universe will reflect back the experience of being poor, not of being rich. Um, and so I said, "What? So what does Brandon do with this? Like, how do you fulfill? How does Brandon get what what Brandon's seeking?" And they said, "It's all like the first thing to do is to check in on your heart." And I felt your heart. Your guide was showing me your heart's kind of mid, like your vibration feels kind of midpoint to slightly below. So almost like a neutral, like this feeling of, um, yeah, I'm like, I'm okay generally with my life type feeling. I would love this request, this wish to be granted. And what your guide's saying is that what's even more powerful to get really your desired outcome and not just a repetition of that same feeling. It's like that feeling of if you if on the continued theme, if you wanted more money, you would just get like about the same again back. You're like, oh, I got £100 or $100. Great. What do I do with that? Like what? Thank you, but that doesn't really fulfill the thing that I'm seeking. Your guide was saying, feel more into the abundance flow. So this is a flow of energy continually flowing through the universe, and it flows through us. So abundance flow I describe as a constant receiving and a constant giving. And and your guide is encouraging you to take steps up in this. So money is a good example where you could say, okay, I'm opening up my heart. So the back of your heart, you imagine yourself standing in a river and receiving more from your back. So you're receiving money into you, this feeling of abundance, of flow of money coming into you. And as soon as you're receiving it, you're releasing it too. So you're earning, like money's coming in, you gifted money in some cases, and then you're also spending money. And both you amplify with a cycle of gratitude. So say, I just received $50. Woo! And you treat it like it's $50 million, right? It's like the energy of it feels so palpable. It feels amazing. And then you have to go and spend some of it too, right? Or you might even find spending the same amount feels great. It's like, well, I just received $50. So I'm going to go and spend $50, and in particular things that are for your highest good. So aligning it with self-care is a beautiful thing to do. Gifting it to someone who may offer you like a massage or reflexology or a tarot reading or an energy healing, or something's going to help you, or a spa day, or whatever you choose. Um, and it'll really help so it helps all parts of your consciousness raise up in your vibrations. Because really what you're trying to do is imagine yourself in that river of abundance. You're trying to float to the top. You don't want to be bouncing around the bottom, hitting all the rocks all the time, right? And wondering why things aren't working for you. You want to be floating up in your vibration, going, oh, it just feels so good. Like, I love money. I'm always receiving it. I'm always spending. I'm always giving it to others as well. Um, so that was really lovely advice. I hope that helps you on your journey.
Yes. Brandon, when I tuned into your guys for a message, I saw the word frequency, and it goes with John saying to you asked if you're in alignment for the universe to grant your request. We always make sure that you keep continue to raise your vibration. And I also heard a message about when you request, when you make a wish that is for your highest good and the highest good of all. It's important to add that, and you can always add to your request that this is what I wish for my high, or better. It's always good to add that to your request. So I hope this helps you. That's all I got. I didn't get a lot of details, but it's very important to make sure that your request that you put out to the universe, that you're asking um, to be granted a wish that, no matter it is for your highest good and the highest good of all involved.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you, Brandon. Thank you for your feedback as well. Glad that it helps. Again, it feels like a really powerful message for maybe all of us.
Yes.
I would love to pretend that, all of what I said, I knew completely all by myself, but your guide was incredibly helpful, especially the frequency part. Just felt really clear and simple, as many things are in the universe, right?
Yeah.
It's just those humans that overcomplicate them.
And I think it all starts from when you request. I believe that it's important to pay attention to your frequency when you are right at the moment that you're placing that request to the universe, that you're not coming from a place of lack, the way you're formulating your request and the way you're feeling, the way that's make sure that at that moment that you are sending that from a place of high frequency energy.
Definitely. Great. Well, it must be my turn next. Little bit of music. Okay, choosing your next request. Please say hello if your request is called. For Pet Jeremiah 8164, please say hello in the chat. Jeremiah 8164, are you here? Yes, we have some clapping hands. Wonderful, and I'm here as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Greetings, beautiful souls. May I please have a healing scan? And is that a green heart? Is that a candle? A candle emoji.
It's a candle. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. So just start with a scan. Now you've asked for a healing scan. If you would like healing as well, Pet Jeremiah 8164, just say yes. And if you'd like a healing as well, just so that we have consent, if that's what you desire.
I say yes for.
Thank you. The very first reaction I got is I brought Source Light down into Pet Jeremiah to commence the scan. There's this kind of reaction of lack of self-worth, like a feeling of I'm not worthy of this light that I was bringing in, and it felt like your chakras felt quite raw. This feeling of a feeling that some this is the way your guide said it. Some angels find it, they struggle to accept their darkness. So this is very much a journey you're going through of coming from higher vibration past lives down here into earth. And then, when your consciousness realizes that you have access now to the lower vibrations, the third dimension aspects of yourself, that is quite a lot to, there's a lot of low vibration energy that we both generate ourselves and we receive from around this earth, and you're struggling a bit with it. I've just come down so far to your heart and just helping reassure you, absolutely worth. This is the light of source of this universe that's open to all, and it's already part of you. And what have you found so far, Viviane? I think you're muted.
Oops, sorry, there's some background ground noise here. I'm drawn to the lower chakras at the moment.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was just looking at the solar plexus now.
Mm-hmm.
The message from your solar plexus, Pet Jeremiah 8164, is this ask of like, take my darkness, like take my, like, it's like you're opening yourself up. Feels like you're kind of opening up yourself to heaven, saying, please take this from me, take my darkness, my fear from me. And it is something, we can't really take fear from others because or not in the way that's going to be helpful, just like we can't take or gift self-love to each other. So I was just scanning the other chakras as well. I can begin to help your body like release some of this negative energy downwards into Mother Gaia. But before I do, I just wanted to check if you found anything else, Viviane.
Actually, when you started working on the solar plexus, I feel a little bit of pinch on the left side of the solar plexus area of my body. So
Is it an attachment? I think it is. I think it's a negative attachment.
what I'm seeing, there is a dark sphere there.
I see it as like a body of it's not a beetle, right? But the shape is beetle-like, and
Mm-hmm.
this kind of big body. And then I was seeing, as you were describing the pinch, I saw like these pincers, like, and they're strong, like gripping onto the solar plexus, and
Mm-hmm.
it's answering that call of like, could you take my fear? And of course, there's lots of beings in the world that want to feed off your fear, but it's not really taking it. They just kind of create as much, if not more, fear as they're removing some.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I remove this entity?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay. I'm just surrounding it in golden source light. And then to contain it, and then just pulling it apart. Yeah, wow, it's got really strong jaws to it. Ira'ata karama uro tinimi sikya. You do not have permission to be connected to this being. Archangel Michael, please return this being to source, or never return here again. It was so like big and fat. It was just like it was stuffed with fear energy, like gorging on it.
Yeah, that's because that's why it looked like a sphere to me from the top. And the lower chakras, I believe that sacral and root needs grounding. Just feel like, to me, feel like a light pressure. But as soon as you start working on the solar plexus, I think that thing got disturbed, and it started pinching, started doing that.
Good. Yeah, it felt really draining. Like that amount of energy that it's been pulling,
Mm-hmm.
solar plexus feels like you just feel so fatigued. You just feel like, it's like this. It'd be hard to know what it was, and then when you're kind of resting, to try and recover and regain energy, there's
Mm-hmm.
this feeling of being pulled into fear. It's like when it becomes even more active, and so it's definitely like this kind of relentless, fatiguing feeling. And now that that's removed, that'll definitely help. So I'm just helping bring that source light down. I brought it
Mm-hmm.
down to your heart, now filling your solar plexus, and just helping your solar plexus return to its natural size and shape, and color and rotation and frequency. There's some really lovely tingles coming from your solar plexus, like it's reacting well and coming alive more. Just helping your sacral chakra. Ira aro soroto mia, mia mia. Good. And then filling your root chakra with the source love energy. Ina arata. So just clearing out any blockages, some dragon-like language. Ira nata. And clearing remaining negative energy out. Return to source, or never return here again. And then grounding you deep into the earth, as
Mm-hmm.
well as your nervous system out through the hands and feet and roots of your spine. Releasing into earth beneath the crust, down into the fiery magma of the mantle of planet Earth, Mother Gaia's belly, to transmute this energy to be food and fertilizer for other beings elsewhere. And just allowing you to receive that light once more. And I also feel a practice, Pet Jeremiah 8164, a practice of encouraging your soul to come in a bit more into your body will really help you as well, especially with the feelings of lack of self worth. So just placing your left hand on your heart, like first thing in the morning, your right hand on your solar plexus, looking at yourself in the mirror, saying, "Soul, I fully accept this body. Body, please fully accept this soul." Or even more explicit, my soul. You don't want any other soul, just my.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I envisage it is like at the center of your heart, in your heart chakra, where your soul enters. Sometimes it withdraws a bit when things don't feel good, and your soul's a bit scared, and you don't want to fully enter this incarnation. And so just gently pulling yourself. So sometimes just touching the center of your heart and kind of pulling in your soul, saying, "It's okay, soul. We're safe. We're safe now." Um, that will definitely help you on your journey too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, wonderful. Thank you, Pat Jeremiah, for your request.
Yeah, please do drink plenty of water. Um, get
Yeah.
plenty of rest after such important healing.
Mm-hmm.
I should make it my goal to like finish the water in a live stream, right? That would be the right amount for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone needs to drink the same amount, right? We're all different.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's definitely draining work, and water helps a huge amount. Who's next to choose?
Okay, my turn now. All right.
We're choosing the next request. Please say hello in the chat if your request is called. All requests in capitals, please.
MJ Crocknight. Could you please? I'm sorry, MJ Cronkite.
Yeah.
Please let us know if you're here. Jay.
Pet Jeremiah was saying, thanks much. I felt a very warm sensation as you're doing my healing. That's lovely.
Mhm.
Much appreciated, they say. Thank you. And MJ Cronkite's here.
Okay. So
MJ.
MJ is saying, could I please get a healing in my left ear? It gets itchy deep inside and pretty sure it's not infected. Okay.
I feel like we've brought the chair forwards again, and we're both we're both stood around MJ, sat in the chair, and we're like, let's go and look. Let's see what's going on in MJ's left ear. There is something in there, and it feels energetic. And so far your guides described it as it's that term we use when we hear songs that are really catchy and stick in our ears. What's it called? An earworm. That was the term your guide used.
Yeah.
Let me ask what they mean by this. I was just so this is um this is a small entity. This is an entity that travels on your guide's going into a lot of detail about how to explain it to me because I've not come across one before. Um they're saying that it's a consciousness, small, and it travels on sound waves. And I was, well, that's new to me. I mean, I guess it's all possible. And I just asked why in hundreds of client sessions have I never come across anything like this concept. And your guide said, you get used to it, John, because as planet Earth's vibrations rising, they're saying like it's not that we won't have more negative entities. It's just that our kind of bar for what we might describe as negative behaviors that our baseline frequency rises. So we're going to experience like more and more like broader like different types, different categories, different behaviors of these beings, which is interesting. Not more, just different. So that's good news. What do you see so far or perceive so far, Viviane?
I saw what you saw, and it's didn't see, I saw part of it. I've not done the whole being, but yeah, I see it.
It seems to like constantly it's just very gradually like crawling. It's like constantly seems to be trying to get in towards like the center, like to get into your brain. I know that sounds really sounds really creepy, right? It is an energetic form. And it's struggling. I think that's the itchiness is like it's not being successful. Like it's just you could describe it like it's on the it's stuck on the outside barriers of your body, right? Although it's made it into your canal, it's not been able to make it any deeper. I was asking how to remove it, and it was quite funny because your guide was making a joke saying, and this isn't a laughing matter, right? But I'm just sharing what your guide said, which is, well, John, you could maybe roar some dragon-like language through the other ear. And I said, I don't think that's going to help. And it's not, it's like what I used to do, and my parents used to do it to me all the time. They'd say, I can see through his ears. And like one of them, my parents would be either side of my head, like looking, pretend that they could see each other through my ears. It's like, it's not like that. So I'm just going to contain this entity in a golden bubble of source light from the highest dimension of source above. and I'm good at it quite quickly because I'm aware it can also make quite a lot of noise. For you, MJ, so I'm just removing this gently out.
Mm.
I'm just removing it out of your ear now. Archangel Michael, please return this being to source or never return here again. He's just saying he has to take it really far away. He'll just be a few moments because it is really noisy. Like you'll hear it from like a great distance. It feels like it's going to live on, but not come back. Okay, good. Thank you, Archangel Michael.
I thought it got really squirmy when it was being removed.
Yeah, it was like this horrible, like screeching noise. Yeah, MJ was saying I was hearing a vibration.
Mm-hmm.
It made me feel, even for quite early on in a live stream, like quite dizzy afterwards. You know, your sense of balance is so connected with the.
Yeah.
Just fill your whole body now, MJ, with that source love energy from the highest dimension of source above and ground you deep into the earth. And filling both ears with the golden protective lights. And reminding you, your whole body, your heart, your ears, every part of you, of your protected boundaries around you, created at the start today. Mm-hmm. That all beings must respect this boundary of yours. And finally, your guide said, be careful of, the origin is really fascinating. Your guide is using the term, be careful of those who speak the devil's whispers. And so it seemed that this being was kind of, feels like it was spoken to you. It has this kind of like dark magic, like spell to it, that sort of energy to it. I don't really know why that's helpful for you. I think it's just to caution you, like when sometimes you're listening to people, know that the energy of what they communicate can be really damaging, right? And it's not to make you fearful, it's just to be consciously aware of them and going, well, if this person, you know, is saying these things to me, then I don't really want to be around them. You know, I'll enact my boundaries. I'll create space. I'll tell them to leave. You know, that reminds me of that saying when we were kids, we used to say, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And how damaging that was for all us children in the 80s. It was like, you can't say that. And it's true that unfortunately words can be even more damaging and they're much harder to heal from than physical wounds. MJ says, I understand. Thank you so much. Would that be negative energy? Yes, that would be. I hope that helps you on your journey. Thank you for your request, MJ. Great.
Okay, now is your turn.
Thank you.
Request. Mm-hmm.
How will I know? Choosing your next request. Please say hello in the chat if your request is called. How will I know? How will I know? Feels like love. From L. Croton, please let us know if you're here. L. Croton, are you here? And asking for an Akashic reading. exciting. Al Groton. Yes, here, thank you. Fantastic. I feel much better after listening to some Jon Binnie music. All that talk of negative beings. Maybe I could create like a positive version of that. Like just goes around healing people with consent. Okay. Sal Groton says, hello, lovely folks. Am I on the right path? May I get an Akashic reading, please? Thank you. Wonderful. Would you like to open the Akashic records?
Sure.
Thank you.
Archangel Metatron, please open the Akashic records, open the Akashic records, open the Akashic records.
I can share first. It's quite brief. I feel like you're going to add a lot more detail. Whenever when you opened the Akashic Records door, it just sounds like to me, it just sounds like this huge, like this big giant, like oak door going, like opening up. And often, you know me, often I get like books handed to me when I go into Akashic Records. This time I was shown a landscape. So I was being shown the path. I was shown the short answer to your question is yes, right now you're on the right path. And there are and it feels like a 6-month time frame. There is three paths coming up, 3 choices, and they are the first one was career. This was the one to the left. The one in the middle was love, and the one to the right is money. And and I was asking your guide, what does this mean? Like, why are there like 3 paths, and each of them have such huge, profound parts of Al Crotton's life, and life choices within them? And it's really this message that you're going to. There are decisions coming up, right? You know how we, as humans, we often suffer from immediacy. Like I must decide now. I must. I don't like my job, so I must decide now. Like what am I going to do about it? Or I'm unhappy with my love situation. I must do something now. And this was the first step. It's like, no, not now. 6 months. You're going to know in 6 months, and you'll have a really clear. It's almost like you've already decided those 3 things by the time 6 months has passed. What I saw for the 3 paths is that as you choose, you're going to have a choice. This feels like opportunities coming to you: a love opportunity, career opportunity, a money opportunity, and you're going to get to choose which one. And none of them are wrong. They all seem to rejoin together into the same timeline in the future. However, some are longer than others, and some are lower vibration than others. So it's like that feeling, and I don't want to prejudge these decisions for you, but it might be, for example, that the money path, someone offering you more money to do something, it might be the lowest vibration, or maybe career is lowest vibration. Maybe love is the path that you take forwards. It was the one in the middle after all. But just letting you, explore these things, because it'll give you this sense of you're safe to explore any of them. You might even get the opportunity again in the future to go back and revisit the other 2. So maybe you'll get 2 options in the future. Because that's what the universe does, right? It goes, oh, you think you've solved that problem? You think you've overcome that fear or that shadow? Let's just test it out. Let's give you another choice again. And so there's this really like reassuring feeling that it'll work out no matter what. Just know that you'll be given those opportunities, and to really feel into them with your heart. and take a bit of time. Don't just leap into them. Like, don't just go, it's the lowest vibration one, I don't want it. Because also in the lowest vibration experiences, we often learn the most. If we just succeed all the time, life's boring, right? Oh yeah, I'm a millionaire. It's so dull. It's that feeling of, your soul's here, Elkrodden, for growth and for these decisions and these experiences and life choices.
Nice message. Interestingly, they showed me hands making a paper plane, and then I heard the words journey, creativity, wonder, imagination, and then I saw a long road and also three roads, but the middle one was straight forward, and then just two side roads. And I got the message that you will know when the roads, each road representing an opportunity, and that is the right the right path for you when that happens, because you feel it. So this is what I got for you. I hope it helps you.
And it's funny, isn't it? I can just imagine, like, in my life, when it feels right. Other people are like, "Hey, John, why are you leaving Amazon?" Well, it just feels right. And like, what are you doing with yourself? You're like, are you serious? It's like, yeah, it feels absolutely right. You don't need to justify your feelings to others. Bacon Bit says, if I ever need to cheer up, all I need to do is find John. Well, that's kind. Wonderful. Is it your turn next?
Yes.
Great. And I hope that helps you, L. Croton. Good luck on your journey, your choices. Feel your rising every day. To this swirling chaotic day.
Okay. Oh, another Akashic reading. If let's see if Elizabeth Scott is here. Let us know, please.
Hello, Elizabeth Scott. I feel like I'm regaining a superpower. Yes, Elizabeth's here. I'm regaining some sort of superpower of memory. Like, I can start to remember after a year and a half or however long we've been doing this. Like, I can remember. Okay. An Akashic reading. How exciting. I'll let you go first.
It's interesting. The first image that I'm getting is as if Elizabeth is walking outside and she's holding a large bowl full of water, and I can see the water, you know, moving side to side as um, almost spilling out of the bowl as she's walking. I'm just trying to understand what that means. I heard pouring of emotions and inner storm. Now I see. I saw the word turmoil, and then I saw the bowl. Um, you're pouring that water out, and then I see letting. I see let go, letting go, and now there's space for new fresh water to replenish you. So a lot of emotional release before this replenishing of energy. Now I see a large bouquet of white roses just holding her the against her chest, and it's being absorbed by her body. And roses are have very high vibration. I saw the word peace, inner peace. I heard you walked away from an older version of you. For more balance and peace. I hope this makes sense, Elizabeth. I'm just getting every little, piece by piece here. But this is what I got.
I hope I can help fill in the bits. So
Mm-hmm.
what fill in the bits, that sounds strange. So it totally resonates with what came through for me as well.
Okay.
And I so the so I feel I was given the bit before yours, right?
Okay.
If this is they are interconnected.
Mm.
So the very first phrase I got was there are dark days upon us. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to like, why did I choose this career? Like why do I have to say this? And your guide was saying there's this feeling, Elizabeth, of um there's a feeling and a practice that you're doing, and I don't know how much this is conscious, right? It is you could describe it in simple terms as you constantly going into your fears, into your low vibration aspects of yourself, like for battle. Like you're going in every time. We, it's easy to call it shadow work, right? And say almost implying that shadows are bad, you know, that judging the negative aspects, the low vibrations of ourselves, and saying, this is not good, I need to fix it, I need to fix that part of me. And so that phrase, dark days upon us, which reminds me of like a Chris Cornell song, was like this feeling of you constantly cycling back again and again. It feels like really raw, like your shadows and fears are like, why are you back again? Why are you asking us to face our fears? And when, you know, to Viviane's point, when are you going to let go? When are you going to accept that this is part of you? These fears and low vibrations, they're part of you. We all have this frequency range on Earth as humanity. We share this very similar, if not exactly the same frequency range. You know, so that means that I have the same fears and shame and anxiety and pain frequency ranges and capability as you do, Elizabeth. And your guide said to me, please tell Elizabeth to begin a journey of acceptance, accepting these darker, low vibration aspects of you. And in acceptance, so part of that shadow work is also love, is beginning to find some love for those parts of you. I saw you like sometimes walks in nature, sometimes in the mirror, with your hand on your heart, saying, I accept, I see you fears, I see you, and I love you. I love you. And without an expectation to have to fix, to have to remove, or somehow exercise these parts of yourself, a really loving acceptance. And I kept asking, so then what? Like, what happens next? You know, can you give me some time frames? Like, I love that in the Akashic record side. And there was this really interesting aspect that when you started sharing, Viviane, that I saw with the bowl of water, because I was shown
Mm.
planting seeds, and I was shown water. And what I was shown is it's funny, they showed me what I did after my last live stream was I went outside with the remaining water and I poured it into the grass, which I never do. And I was like, why did I just do that? And my guide Maya said, oh, you'll find out in the next live stream. It's like, oh, right. And I totally forgot about it. And what she said is, you can charge water. Like, we know this, right? You can charge water with your love energy. You could place it against your heart. And what you can also do is you can charge it with your negative energy. And either way, if you then pour that into the ground, you can set the intent. I'm not going to pour on myself. If you pour that water into the ground with a negative energy, just set the intention for Mother Earth to transmute it. And those lovely white roses that Viviane was talking about, it's like if you supercharge water with your love and pour it into the ground, it charges the water of the earth itself in that little area with love. And I felt like if that's a garden area, or maybe your favorite nearby natural or recreation area, you know, pouring in water in there with your love energy will help you see that how effective it is for you to like go through these cycles of releasing negative energy and also sending in love energy. And that actually when you do the same thing, and so you're doing negative and positive into the same area on the ground, it's very similar to what's going on inside of you. We're all filled with water, right? So it's that feeling of acceptance, learning to let go and accept all aspects of you. I hope it helps you on your journey, Elizabeth.
Yes, thank you. That was an interesting message. And now it's John's turn. And I just added one more request that came through.
And I was loving Lisa Mo 3689. It just dawned on me that I always have specific questions rather than letting the universe tell me what it wants me to know right now. Yeah, it's fascinating. Sometimes I reflect on that for the one-to-one sessions I do, because I ask people to select 3 areas, 3 topics they'd like to choose. And every now and again, someone says one of them, or all of them just says, I have no idea. You tell me. Tell me. I'm open to be guided. And it's lovely. It is far more expansive.
Yeah.
Opens us up to receive more. And thank you, Elizabeth, for you said interesting. Thank you. Yeah, and I hope that it helps you on your journey. There is one of the 5D Ascension classes has shadow work. Let me just share the link to it. That feels like it'd be a good fit for you. I know
Mhm.
there's loads of other material I've probably created for shadow work. This one's free if you've not done it before, Elizabeth. Shadow work meditation class. Just don't do it too often, right? Maybe like no more than once a week. My personal shadow work practices once a week, unless something comes up. And I'm human; things come up quite a lot, so it's at least once a week. Okay, I will choose the next request. Inner Light 7867, are you here? Inner Light 7867 67. It's so funny. Oh, they're here. It's so funny. I just say 67 to my son, and it creeps him out so much. It's like, how do you even know that? It's like, us old people, we can just Google the things that you young people say. We don't need to understand them. When I get them to explain it, it's like, oh, I love 6-7. They just like they can't explain it either. It's like, it's like 6-7. Right. Okay. So can I ask, hi Viviane and John, and a green heart, a blue heart, lots of blue themes recently. The
Yes.
butterfly, can I ask for clearing and healing if needed for my third eye chakra?
Okay.
And then a dove, the hands, a green heart, blue heart. Thank you, Samar. Hello, Samar. I'm being shown like guided right into the pineal gland. There's an activation happening in your pineal gland. Your guide says a reconfiguration. And this may take some time. Your guide Samar is uh, saying, this is a planned maintenance outage of your third eye. You're currently going through upgrades. Please be patient while the upgrade completes. Let me see if there's anything we can help with, or is any more messages about what Samar can do to support this activation or understandings of it. I can see, and it's so small. When I zoom in to your pineal gland, I can see it rotating and configuring. It's seeking alignment, and it will eventually find it by yourself. I feel like we can help as well. What it seems to be doing is trying to detect a very like faint, almost like that feeling like a compass trying to find north and south, north. To see if we can help this activation. So I'm just going to gently bring alignment with source light from the highest dimension of source above. I'm just threading all the way through your chakras deep into the earth. And just bringing soothing love energy to your pineal gland and out to the third eye chakra and the crown chakra. and throat. And it'll help tomorrow if you're just taking 3 deep breaths with me in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose once more and out through the mouth. And I'm threading light, some temporary source light, very gently, like little silky threads coming out from the center of your pineal gland out horizontally. This to help with the stabilization, like little wings that are coming out the side of your pineal gland. And setting the intention, these are fully under Samar inner light's control. You can remove them at any time. Yeah, this upgrade is for multi-dimensional access. So it's for helping you. It's not just perceive multiple dimensions, because I'm shown that you can. One way of perceiving the universe is considering your consciousness in the third dimension and looking out across other dimensions, like look up to fourth and fifth or down lower. I felt your activations much more about being able to traverse them, for you to be able to move up and down in different dimensions and around in space and time much more freely than you've been able to do before. How did you get that, Viviane?
I saw the activation to me appeared as a flashing light, on and off, and an outline, white outline around the area. And that's, and I just saw the word gradual. As of course as the activation will be taking place gradually.
Lovely. Yeah, I do feel a practice for the next 3 days of just like either placing your 2 fingers over your third eye chakra, or placing the palm, like your left palm, over your third eye chakra, and just asking, like, how are you feeling? What can I do to help you? And you'll receive. It's quite funny because your guide just said, sometimes you get into like rest. Sometimes it's like that feeling of like not pushing too hard, and then like you'll know when all this works, because your guide just showed me this vision of you like looking through your hand. It's like, yeah, it works. Yep, yeah, I can. Well, look at that. I can see through my hand. So it's that feeling of like being able to perceive um, much more vividly and through the different constructs of reality much more freely. So yeah, to answer your question, light, if there's anything you can do to help, yeah, I do feel rest and a constant conversation with your third eye. You'll get some more advice directly from your body as well. That was fun. Thank you. A lot of variety in today's requests.
Yes, wonderful. So I'm ready to select our next request for today.
Thank you.
Walk with me, my friend, surrounded by love, this journey never ends.
Jen Sue, would you please let us know if you're here? Okay, you're here. Wonderful. Thanks so much. So Jen is saying, can I get a message from my spirit guides as to how to successfully let go of a person with whom I share a trauma bond and a traumatic relationship with? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
The first advice I was shown, or perhaps the approach I was shown overall, Jansui, was this approach of doing everything from the inside out. So some of the the first points you raised about letting go, they happen last. And you can let go of anything at any time, right? That's your free will choice. Your guide is suggesting the most successful way of not like kind of ending up back in that relationship with that person is to first of all focus on the deep root core of it, and so that is to focus on the trauma that you feel bonded with that person, and removing them from, even if they were even involved in the trauma, removing them from the practice. And so this would be, I posted earlier about like shadow work. I describe it as like, I mean, trauma is, I never confuse it or underestimate the work required for facing it. So you may even choose to seek help, facing that trauma, whether it's a traditional therapist or counselor or someone more metaphysical. It's like Viviane or I. It's up to you how you go about facing that trauma. That needs to be looked at first, because what the reason that you're in a, a, a traumatic relationship and a bond exists with that person is because there's this lack of self-worth, this kind of empty feeling inside, that instead of you connecting with this other person in the kind of center of your heart with higher vibrations and a happy healthy relationship, it's more that you're connected deeper down in the, as I often call it, the ocean of your emotions, down towards the bottom of the fears. And so that connection, it for both of you amplifies those fears and cause a lot of triggers and the unhealthy aspects of the relationship. So seeing like doing some work, facing those traumas, getting some help will be the first stage. And then really cultivating your self-love. So you're like, you'll be imagining your heart, like filling your heart with this beautiful self-love energy. And you're saying exactly, I struggle with self-love and that
Mhm.
self-worth, self-love.
Mhm.
Um, and I can share the self-love meditation I have as well. The the idea is that once you have filled your heart, excuse me, with self-love, that it makes everything else so much easier. If anything, you'll find that it's an act of self-love to let go of people that don't serve your highest good. And that feeling of fullness in your heart will really help start to push out. Because I do see, they were showing me right at the start, like this deep, dark cord between yourself and this person. So it's like that. The best way, really, I know I do cord cutting, right? But it's often from the outside, because I'm coming from the outside, whereas you are your heart, you're in your heart, and you can fill your heart with self-love, and then from the inside, like push that cord out. And it's such a beautiful way of doing it because it's a loving action. It's not, you're not fighting someone, you're not, blaming someone. You're saying, I love myself and I love myself enough to give myself a boundary. And I know
Mhm.
this is for me. So with love, and I send love to that person. I wish them all the best on their journey. and pushing that cord out and releasing it, and just letting them go, as you asked. So yeah, definitely, there's definitely some steps there of some shadow trauma work first, and then onto your self love. And shadow work's also an act of self love, right? A bit like when we're discussing that with Elizabeth, like it's not a fight, right? Don't fight your shadows. Right?
Yes.
They'll win. They're experts at it. They want you to fight. Don't want it to love, or maybe they do secretly.
Mhm. Great. Jen, I got when I tuned into your energy to and your guides to answer this question, I saw the word therapy as one of the options. I also saw for cord cutting, I saw an image of like um, scissors that were like white light scissors going around your silhouette and cutting all those energetic cords. I also saw you facing this person sitting, you're both sitting facing each other and holding hands, having a conversation, and you can do this in a meditation. You're telling this person, our journey ends here, and I'll let you go, also as a form of cord cutting. And then I also saw the Ho'oponopono prayer. So it's a combination of different things, and absolutely self love will and self worth. I understand you struggle with that, but start with practices like when you look at your self in a mirror, whatever you go, brush your teeth every day, look at your reflection in the mirror, in a mirror, and make sure you're making eye contact with your reflection, and say your name and say I love you. Place your hand on your heart and say I love you. Those little gestures every day may seem a little silly in the beginning, but the more you do it, the more uh, natural it becomes. It'd be really helpful for you to look at yourself and see your reflection that way, in a positive way, and also smile when you look at your reflection in the mirror and say positive things about yourself. And little by little, you build your. This will help build your self worth and your self love. There are many other ways that you can um, practice, self love and help with your self worth. That's one example. So,
I was being asked today by a client about what are my like regular practices. That's in the day. That's the first thing I do. I'm looking myself in the mirror, and I must admit, because the very first thing after I do that is I shave, and if I forget, right, if I don't go on and say, looking, I have a little like a shaving mirror. I got my hand on my heart, looking at myself, kind of like half asleep, and I'll say, John, I love you. John, I love you. If I forget to do that and I start shaving, I can just feel it in my heart. It's like, hello, like, where's the love? And it's a bit like when you have a loved one, right? And you're a, a family member or a pet or something, and it's part of the routine and you don't do it. They're like, where? I was expecting that. Like, where is it? Where's my love? So definitely you do. I've been doing it for a few years now, and you build up momentum. I also do daily meditation, you probably guessed, and also at least on a Sunday, a regular um, clearing. In fact, well, I always do clearings after live streams and client sessions, and also like my personal practice. Like I ask for a fear to come up. Okay, what's lurking down there? Who's down there? Who's next to be faced? And just allow it to come up and and to sit with it, and not just to race through it. And was it Ben Bacon Bits, saying lovely comments about my happiness. Like, if you ever want the key to happiness, right, it's in your fears, right? It's in those parts of you that you don't always want to face, that you hide from yourself. That's where your happiness lies, is learning to love those aspects of you. Otherwise, you'll end up. You ever you ever been like that, Viviane, when you go on vacation or something? You're like, oh, I'm so happy on vacation. Finally, I'm so
Yeah.
like I hate that job. I'm like so happy. I'm away for a few days or a week or whatever, and then you're lying there, and about 10 minutes later, it's like all you hear is like, hello, and it's like, oh, what is it? It's like, it's shadow. No, 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 no. We're on vacation. I don't do shadows on vacation. Um, and they just come up, right? These things just keep coming up to you until you finally face them.
Yes. Oh, I saw lovely comment. So I really hope this helps you, Janet. And I saw lovely comment I want to mention here. Oops. And I posted the self-love meditation too on my channel. So here. Sandy is saying, so much of the insight you both give is useful for all our lives. Grateful for the lessons. Thank you. Mhm.
Thank you so much, Cindy.
Mhm.
20 years ago, but anyway, that's the past. It's all a journey, right? I'm glad to know it now, not in 20 years' time.
Lindsay saying, I do want to do that shadow work and self-love meditation too. So that's great.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, please do those 5D Ascension classes. They're just sitting there for free, waiting for you to go through them. I don't even know how many there are. Is it 17? It must be about 17 hours. And I'm swithering, oh, 22 videos, but some are like some supporting videos. I'm swithering about continuing to go more advanced, like into some of the topics that I cover in the intermediate level, because most of it's been around foundation, like inspired by a lot of the higher self foundational training. I might go up to intermediate level next. I don't know. I'll feel into that. Advanced shadow work. Get ready, shadows. Because love.
Yeah, that'll be really good. Thank you. Right. Now John is going to select our next request.
Thank you. Choosing the next request, please say hello in the chat if your request is called. Harley J123. Are you here? Harley J. Are you here? I love the 123. Lots of people have more complicated numbers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Harley's here. Great. Thank you, Harley.
Thank you. I like the question is really interesting as well. Your request. So you've asked, would love to hear about a future life and what I can bring back here that will help me with abundance. What is coming up that I should know about? Are there steps I need to take? Thank you. And then like a whole movie of emojis. Is that a heart, maybe a bee, and then a house, car? Not sure what the dark one is. And then another house, and then money. And is that like a treasure chest? And a movie. Oh yeah, and I said like the clip. What do they call it? The clap. Is it the clapping board or something?
Yeah.
Jen. Wonderful. Wow. Okay. Happy for you to go first, or I can. I don't mind either way.
You may go first. I'm still getting. Thank you.
I wish I'd known this. I think I've lived in something like 22 houses. So a few houses ago, this would have been amazing knowledge to know. So here we are. So Harley, Jay, I was shown. First of all, it was quite funny because I don't think you actually have a flower or a plant emoji. What I saw is you in your current home. I don't know if you have a garden or not, but I saw you like at your home in a garden, and you were like planting, you were like sowing seeds, and you were caring so beautifully for the land. You were talking with the grass and the plants, and you you felt such love and gratitude for your home. And I started to ask, like, am I seeing the future? Because that's what I asked for. And they're saying it's both the present and the future. And I said, okay, can you show us more? Harley says, I did have a flower, but I had to remove it. There was too many emojis. So I was shown this really lovely approach, right? To, I guess you describe as an approach of manifestation. And that is this key message, which kind of came at the end, which helps explain the whole thing much clearer, is your guide said, it's not how a home looks or where it is or even what it is that sells homes. It's the love of the owner in it that attracts people to it. So in other words, if you really, really love, you really, really love my home. I love my home. I love my home. You really feel and you care for your home as if it's your dream home, then it becomes incredibly highly sought after. And I was shown that there is this desire in you to move and create a new home, and for you to envisage that new home to be the one you have, even if they're physically different. So you might say, yeah, I know my next home's going to be bigger, but these are the things I want to love about it. I want to love the garden. I want to love the home inside. I want to love the decor. I want to love every aspect of it. And love is a journey. It's a practice. It's an action. It's a doing thing. So every task, I was doing my chores today because I'm going camping tomorrow, was like, just filling every room with love as you're working on it, cleaning it, doing your chores, doing the mundane things, and filling it with gratitude. And this is what creates such attraction for others who may choose to buy your home, and also attracts you. I also saw for your next home was that feeling of like it was glowing to you. It's like, I feel that love, and there's this really beautiful like resonance frequency match. It's like the same love that you have for your current place exists in the new place. So yeah, that was just felt really good. And those feelings, I know money is often a big consideration with homes. Like, just allow that to dissipate, right? Because and I've been lucky and had it maybe once or maybe twice, arguably, when someone falls in love with your home, they just don't care about the money. Like, that's not interesting to them. They're like, yeah, numbers are, money is numbers. But I love this home. I want to move into this home. Harley's saying, John, 100, 100%. OMG, I want land around it to plant food and flowers. Yes, you're speaking scenes in my film, real life. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, and do those things, even if it's smaller scale. Do it in your home that you currently have, and then you can just do it bigger in your new place.
That was a great message. And Harley, for you, when it comes to abundance, I saw an image of your house, the inside of your house. My attention was drawn to the corners, all the corners, and it was about making room, making space, not just in the corners, but go around your house and look for things. that you can let go of, that may be under a piece of furniture or in corners of your house, or that are like kind of forgotten, that you can, I think that's why they're showing me, oh, it's in that corner somewhere and it's not being used and it's just there, or maybe under the bed, or maybe under another piece of furniture. Open also um, cupboards, and look for things that are just kind of like, yeah, forgotten there, and that you can let go, and that will make room for abundance, for new energy to enter your home and your life. So this is what they showed me. Um,
Oh, I love it. And I was going to say that moving around and scanning your home and trying to find things that just need a bit of like conscious attention and decisions is so powerful, right? Do you remember, Viviane? Was it last weekend? I'm not sure, or the weekend before, where I was doing a clear out of my
yeah, I remember that.
call it, and it's not very big anymore. It's really small because my studio's taking up most of it, and it's really funny because emotionally I feel exactly the same. It's now under like 20% of its original size. Well, actually, it's probably 5% of the original size of the double garage, and yet I have the same emotions. Like, so much stuff in there. It's so long, it's what am I gonna do? And so I kept putting it off that's very me, put it off for weeks and weeks. And what I did was I just brought out the boxes and put them in my like our downstairs like TV room, turned on the TV, put on some long YouTube videos, and I sat there and I took just before I started sifting through it, I took a photo. And the reason I took a photo of it all, because I wanted to show wonderful people like Viviane. It's like, I bet you I get some bookings when I do this, when I declutter. I bet I get more, and let's see what happens. Now I can't remember what happened, because it was more than one booking I got during that time. And it also happened yesterday as well when I had a nap. It was like, napping is great for abundance, because it's all about receiving. So yeah, clearing space in your calendar, clearing space in your home. And it also, I must admit, because I used to be an Amazon addict, that when you go through things consciously, they move from your long-term memory into your short-term, right? You're like, I have a thing. Well, I've got one of these. I didn't know that. I wonder where it went. And you find these things like, I think I need that. I'm going to keep that aside. And there was definitely 5 or 6 things that I took. I was like, I'd forgotten I had that. And so it's not all throwing away. It's sometimes about remembering. It's, I challenge anyone to be able to remember all the items in your home. Like, could you really write down everything that you own? And so, yeah, it's really helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Harley J. And Catherine was saying, yes, I just finished selling my home to a couple that absolutely fell in love with it. Woo! Congratulations.
Wonderful.
I felt so good to put that hard work in and making it a home loved by us and ready for the next owners. Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yeah, nice. And Hardy also said, Viviane, you two are seeing present scenes in my film. and Ross is saying, I definitely need to declare too.
Yeah. I guess I should add decluttering to my list of personal self-care habits, an act of self-love.
Yes. Sure. Absolutely.
In fact, it reminds me, I've got a little bag that sits next to me down here on the floor. I know for a fact I haven't opened it since October last year. That because I had all my microphones and stuff when I visited Chloe. We did a live stream together in person. It's like, it's how many months now, and it's just sat there, and it's like, you don't need to be there, and you're valuable stuff. So I must do a bit of a clearing out of my studio as well.
Mm.
Whose turn is it to choose?
Choosing the next one. All right. Ready to choose our next request. Mhm.
Let the wind blow away all negative thoughts.
Okay.
I let
Cindy, Muse, I guess. 771. Please let us know if you're here. Oh, you're here. Whoa, that was fast.
Wow.
Thank
Lightning.
you. Yes. May I please get a blockage clearing and any messages from my spirit guides? Okay.
Wonderful. There is some work to do on solar plexus. I was just going to also ask for a message.
Mm-hmm.
I'll share the message I received, which was
Mm.
the message is everything in its right place and at the right time. And your guide is saying that you have a tendency, Cindy, to want to everything to kind of be in its place now and to be organized, like that kind of controlling aspect of your life. And your guide was showing me almost like a Disney film where, is this like I know Cinderella or something where she's using magic um to do all the dishes and all the chores and all kind of dancing around in the room. Your guide is saying that what really happens in life is that there's eventual this is what we used to a computing term we used to call was I can't say it. It's like eventual consistency. So everything will eventually be in its right place, and yet, really, truly, nothing ever really is right because it's just a journey. It's a constant journey. It's a bit of a dance. Like everything in your life's always trying to find, like, generally align with your intentions and your wishes, and never in the order that you want it to be. And so your guide is saying, just enjoy that, just like you're watching this kind of Disney scene of, everything kind of playing out in your life in different ways and in different orders and sequences than perhaps you'd realize. And when something feels like a bit stuck and you're like, oh, but I wanted that to, it's so close. And why we have to wait for that? Knowing that when something's like kind of pausing or waiting to happen, that it's actually creating space for something else to happen in its place. It's so if it's not time for the dish to be placed back on the rack, it's not clean yet. It's because another one's going to join it, or there's going to be a big pot that needs to come and sit down next to it first before it can go there. It's like this, just really allowing this to happen and really enjoying this and looking for the magic of it. Right. Personally, I enjoy. Cindy saying this is this is true for me. Thank you, Cindy. And I do feel like there's that magic to celebrate of it, to seek it out, like, and to talk about. I often talk about, like, share those experiences. Say, I really wanted to to learn about this life changing thing, and I wanted an answer to it, and yet I knew I was being taken on a journey, and I often just love immersing myself, like I'll likely do tomorrow when I'm driving for long distances, doing a driving video. Like I love my love language is talking through all these experiences and kind of reflecting back to the universe with gratitude, like, thank you for very fascinating, sometimes frustrating, and sometimes just glorious experiences. So you may enjoy journaling, sharing it with friends, speaking out loud, however you choose to express it. How about you, Viviane? Did you do anything on the blockage clearing, or would you like me to?
Yeah, I could feel uneasiness in the solar plexus, and I asked Archangel Michael to assist me with removing just heavy. It looked to me like heavy blocks in the solar plexus area, and the color was not also looking. It was just looking not vibrant. So do a little more. Okay, I grounded the energy. And Angie's, thank you, Cindy. I hope this helps you. I just saw a comment from Angie. Viviane, I always wonder how you pick the next request. Your eyes are closed. I keep my hand on the laptop and I'm moving. I always make sure that the cursor is on the right spot and I just move it up and down. So I'm not looking, but my hand is there and then I just click on it. And when I click, I know I chose somebody. So,
I was going to see if I can share the screen for a moment. It'd be quite fun to show it. It might create like for the video some sort of infinite loop or something. But let me just see if I can show it.
I'm going to
just
go
try
to the present. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
add to stage. Yeah, there's infinite us. So ignore the bit in the middle, which is just the video showing itself for infinity. Hang on. Infinity. And then what we see, so what we see here, if you're looking on the right-hand side, John's little mouse pointer moving up and down, is that's the combination of comments from Viviane and John's YouTube channels. So they're combined. We see a little like kind of link, like Viviane's ones, like Cindy's in Viviane's channel. So you can see a little link there. Thank you for Leona for becoming a new member. And then what we do is we scroll up and down. This isn't for the choosing. This is how we tag them. So we also go in, and there must be earlier on, because I do notice people start to request less later on. Yeah, what we do is like the little star here. So we star them, and then they turn up in here. So this is the list of all your requests, the 42 requests. And so what happens is when we close our eyes, we're like going beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. And it's really easy because we're just scrolling up and down. I have a tracker pad. I don't know if you have a mouse, Viviane, but I'm just one hand going up and down randomly, and I try and like scroll all the way up and down and up and down. I'd often feel that kind of psychic pull to the right one, and then and that's it. Open eyes, and we add it to the screen. So we just click on a little button, say show, and then it turns up.
And before I close my eyes, I always make sure that the tracker it's right on the right side of the screen. So yeah, and that's how it's done.
Now, behind the scenes, I have no idea how confusing it would have been to have seen the infinite video in the middle of the screen share in the video. But thank you for Oleana says, "Oh, that's awesome."
Yeah, we just go
up
and down like that, and yeah. So that's why we make sure that all as new requests come through, we add them to that side of the screen with all the starred requests.
Yeah. Time for one more then? Is it my turn to choose? Must be.
Yeah, your turn.
Okay.
You beautiful truth. Clear your
So this is Gray in 503. Let us know if you're here. Yes. Hello. Wow, you guys are so fast. We need to go back in time to like a year and a half ago when our requests were so slow and say, look, there's a future where we all do this really fast. Thank you for responding so quickly. And so your name is still in the basket, and this is your second request. It's also why you don't need to put multiple requests, because they're always in our basket throughout the live session. So it says, yay, caught my fave 5 gurus, morning all, a cleansing, healing, or a grounding if possible, and any messages, please. Thank you. Okay. Which would you like to do, Viviane? The message or clearing, healing, cleansing, or grounding?
I'll start with the message and then I'll assist with that's a longer list there.
Like, just everything.
Yeah. Okay, great.
So scan around your aura. Gray in 503, there's darker energy that's been successful in like kind of piercing through the bubble of your aura. And this is triggers. These are triggers. Feels like a lot of collective, like stay away from the news, right? Or limit it like I do. I just do 5 minutes at lunchtime and kind of try not to laugh too much about the mess of the world and send love to everyone and get on with my day. So I'm just going to clear out your aura. The source love energy, that fire dragon breath, just releasing any negative energy. No longer serves your highest good deep into the earth. And coming through your crown chakra, clearing, removing anything that doesn't serve your highest good. Wow, there's quite a lot in there in your crown. A lot of like complex kind of intertangled up, like a spaghetti of thoughts. So just have them relax your mind and just release anything that no longer serves you. Return to source or never return here again. And your guides just showing me for your crown chakra, a practice you might find helpful is for some things that come in to your awareness, especially the things that are kind of you don't fully understand yet, or you're suspicious of, or cynical of, to allow like a kind of categorization of thoughts that are the kind of unknown, like they just are. And this can be things like, you feel a certain way about the action of another human, and yet you don't kind of fully understand it. So they might be portraying something very positive or trying to, you feel very negative about it, but you can't kind of reconcile it. And your guide's encouraging you to kind of put that not to the side in a way that is forgotten about. It's an actual category. It's like things I'm not really sure about, they just are. Things I'm certain are not true. Things are certain are true. Okay. I'm just going to help through your third eye. Return to source or never return here again. And then the same like categorization approach coming down to receive more clearly into your throat chakra. Okay. Return to source, or never return here again. There's definitely a message in your throat chakra of you don't need to seek your truth through others. Your truth comes from you and your experiences. And it includes your truth about how you feel about other people's truths. That's also true. So just really encouraging you, you know, sometimes it's kind of causing your mind to get a bit kind of locked up and go down rabbit holes. And it feels, even when you get answers that might seem logically viable, the feelings are unsatisfactory for you. So really encouraging you to speak your truth, to share your truth.
Mm-hmm.
Return to source, and return here again, and helping with your heart. Your heart's nice and big. You are carrying a lot of other people's negative energy, and there's a lot in the collective right now. Like, our collective needs even more love and compassion than ever before, and just to see that fear and acknowledge it. See you, I feel you, I love you, I thank you, I forgive you, I release you.
Mm-hmm.
Return here again. And then grounding. So just opening up your solar plexus, sacral root chakra, and just grounding you deep into the earth, beneath the crust, into the fiery magma of Mother Gaia's belly, to help transmute, especially your own negative energy, and then any other absorbed from others. Okay, good. I hope that helps you.
That was a lot. I felt chills when you were working through her, and I felt that grounding energy too. And for a message, I saw you writing on a journal and then ripping the page and tossing, and then writing again, ripping the page and tossing, and then I heard it's not going to be perfect. So whatever you're doing, whatever task you're doing, keep going. If you see something that is not exactly perfect, just keep going and take the next step, as keep the flow. Don't worry about everything being perfect. So don't let that hold you back. So that was the message that I got for you. I hope it makes sense, and I hope it helps you, Grain 503.
Beautiful. And Grain 503 saying, I just started journaling recently. I feel like it helps. Yeah, it's so powerful.
Yes, it is.
I know, I don't know about you all, but I used to believe that truth was singular, like my kind of understanding of truth, that there was only one truth. And I don't know what your beliefs are about truth, but I find it's like my life has become so much easier now that I understand that everyone has their own unique truths, and that that's okay. Because only a few years ago, 10 years ago, I'd argue with my big brother about things that happened in our childhood, you know, and he was 2 years older and he had like a lot of different experiences. And I'd just argue with him, that's not what happened. That was a happy time. I was happy, you know, and he was like, no, it was terrible. Don't you remember? And it was like, and we're both in the same room, in the same situations, similar ages, very different perceptions, different truths, different experiences for us. And that's helped me a lot as well. Like, you know,
Yes.
especially like when you're creating content and doing predictions and all this psychic work, and people say to you, oh, you know, reptilians are good. No, they're bad. They're good. They're bad. And it's like, it doesn't, everyone gets to choose what's true for them. And I feel it's just so important to allow your throat chakra to speak your truth, you know, especially even when there's like a small amount of discrepancy. Like you and I, Viviane, don't always agree. I would say we've learned to become, like when we're doing these live streams together, very like we work as a team, and there's just this beautiful acceptance that we're going to come out with different things, and it's lovely sometimes when our readings or our healings like overlap and connect. that just don't, and it just is, right? It doesn't make either of us wrong. It's just our
Yes,
experiences.
that's true.
Wonderful. And look what I did.
Oh, nice. I'm just about to finish mine
I should do this at the end of every live, just put it on my head and only get a small drip on my head, right?
then.
To prove that I've drunk all my water. I've been a good boy. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming along. Before I close the safe space, thank you, Ascending Universal Butterfly. You're such an amazing support, and
Yes,
really appreciate you have
too.
the perfect cadence now of sharing our links. So yes, you donate as a thank you to help support us. Both of us. There's links shared in the live chat. You can book one-to-one sessions with us both, and you can also visit our websites, like, subscribe, share, comment, both channels. You can be subscribers to both. And yeah, it's such fun to support you on your journeys. And thank you so much for coming along. Please help share us with the world. I will bring our session to an end, thanking our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia, and every soul that's participated in today's session. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Please close the Akashic records, close the Akashic records, close the Akashic records. And for everyone, please remain in your individual protective bubbles for as long as you choose, as I close the shared space down and return to Source, or never return here again. Please get plenty of rest. Drink as much water as it feels right. And I look forward to seeing you all. We're back together Monday.
Monday.
Do you have any other adventures over the weekend?
No, not this weekend.
You need a break. You were doing like 3 live streams.
I know, yeah. Because, yeah, Tuesday was a super busy day. So, yeah, taking it easy this weekend, resting this weekend. So, yeah, we'll be here again. See you all Monday.
Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Sending so much love.
Bye, everyone.